My beloved child, I am speaking to you in this very moment, because your heart has been crying out for clarity, for safety, and for truth. You have felt a strange heaviness around you, a pressure that you could not fully explain, and you have wondered if you were simply overthinking, or if something unseen has truly been moving around your life. I tell you now, you are not crazy, and you are not imagining everything. Your spirit has been picking up what your mind has been trying to ignore. There is a reason your peace has been disturbed and your steps have felt watched. I am the Lord your God, and nothing about your life is hidden from me. I see every conversation, every intention, every whisper behind your back, and every tear that has touched your pillow in silence. Hear me, child, when your heart sensed danger but your mind tried to excuse it, I saw that inner battle. You felt kindness on the surface, but tension underneath. You felt soft words, but something sharp behind them. I have been tugging gently at your spirit, warning you without frightening you, because I do not want you to live in paranoia or fear, but I also will not allow you to be blind to those who do not truly wish you well. I love you too much to stay silent when your destiny is at risk. I have chosen you, set you apart, and marked your life for greater things than manipulation, control, or secret hatred disguised as friendship. Archangel Michael is standing by you, watching closely, because this season for you is sensitive and strategic. You are closer to breakthrough than you realize, and as your steps move nearer to the doors I have prepared for you, the attacks, distractions, and false connections become more intense. This is why certain people suddenly appear more helpful, more interested, more emotional about you. Not all interest is pure. Not every person who calls you friend carries friendship in their heart. Some are drawn not to your soul, but to your light. Some are not attracted to who you truly are, but to what they think they can gain, control, or monitor through you. I am uncovering this now because you asked me for truth, even when it hurts. You prayed, God, if someone is not meant for me, remove them, expose them, show me. I heard that. There is a person whose name begins with the letter N. Do not let fear take over your heart. I am not bringing this to your attention to destroy you, but to protect you. This name may already be circling in your thoughts. You may have felt a strange uneasiness around them but pushed it aside because you didn't want to be judgmental or rude. You may have told yourself, maybe I am wrong. Maybe they are just going through something. Maybe I am too sensitive. You tried to give them benefit of the doubt, because you have a soft and compassionate heart. I see that softness, and I love it, but understand this. Kindness does not mean allowing yourself to be used or harmed. Compassion does not mean you must remain blind to patterns that are slowly draining you, confusing you, or pushing you away from the path I have for you. This person with the letter N connected to their name is not always openly aggressive. In fact, that is why it has been confusing for you. They can be warm one moment and cold the next, supportive in one sentence and subtly belittling in another. They sometimes speak about you to others in a way that makes them look concerned, but in reality, they are planting seeds of doubt about you. They may act like they are trying to protect you, but this protection is actually a cover for their need to control your decisions, your relationships, and your movements. They want to know where you are going, who you are talking to, what your next step will be. Their questions sound caring, but the true intention is monitoring, not love. Child, I am not telling you this so you will hate them. I am not a God of hatred, I am a God of justice, clarity, and truth. I am exposing this so that you can reposition yourself, protect your heart, and realign with my will. Some people are not meant to have full access to you. Some people should remain at a greater distance, even if they once walked very close. Not everyone can be trusted with your secrets, with your tears, with your dreams. There are conversations that should be between you and me, or between you and a truly safe, wise person, not in the hands of someone whose heart is double-minded toward you. When you share your deepest pain with the wrong person, they do not hold it, they weaponize it. When you share your dreams with the wrong ears, they do not water them, they whisper against them. Archangel Michael has been fighting spiritual battles on your behalf because there have been spoken words, negative wishes, and silent resentments directed toward you. Some of these have not come from obvious enemies, but from people you thought were neutral or even supportive. The person whose name begins with N has at times smiled in your face while entertaining jealous thoughts in their inner world. You may have noticed how, when something good happens to you, they become strangely distant, suddenly busy, or minimize the blessing by saying, "It's not a big deal, don't get too excited," or "let's see how long it lasts." This inconsistency has shaken you, made you question yourself, and made you wonder why their energy changes whenever you shine a little brighter. I am your God, and I am telling you this: your light is not the problem. Your calling is not too much. Your happiness is not a crime. Your progress is not arrogance. Do not shrink who you are to make someone with a wounded heart feel comfortable. When someone is truly for you, they celebrate your rise, they protect your name. They encourage your journey. They do not become nervous when you grow. They do not compare, compete, or secretly hope that your plans fail so you stay on their level. The presence of this person within has, at certain moments, slowed you down emotionally, made you second-guess divine opportunities, and confused your discernment. Yet I have been with you all along, whispering in gentle ways. Pay attention to how you feel after you talk to them. You have walked away from certain conversations feeling drained for no clear reason. Your mood shifted, your confidence dropped, your clarity fogged over. That was not accidental. That was your spirit reacting to the spiritual weight they carry and release through their words, tone, and presence. I gave you that internal signal to nudge you toward awareness. I have been teaching you that energy and words are real, that the unseen realm is not imaginary. You carry a sensitive spirit, and I created you that way so that you can sense what others cannot, and so that you will stay close to me for guidance. Do not run into panic now. I do not want you to live in suspicion of everyone whose name starts with N. This message is not to make you paranoid of every initial, but to confirm what your spirit has already been picking up about a specific connection. You already feel where this applies. You already remember the strange incidents, the comments, the shifts in tone when you shared something joyful. You already recall how they were quick to be present in your pain but not as present in your joy. Some people attach themselves to your brokenness because it makes them feel powerful, but they cannot handle your healing because it makes them feel small. I am moving you into healing, and anyone who is addicted to your weakness will not enjoy your strength. I am asking you now to step back emotionally and spiritually from this person. That does not mean you must create immediate chaos or dramatic confrontations. It means you quietly begin to reclaim your space, your mind, and your decisions. You reduce what you share. You stop seeking their approval for every step. You limit the power of their opinions over your direction. You allow me to become your main voice again, your main advisor, your main confirmation. You stop giving them the seat at your table that belongs to me. When you do this, confusion will start to lift. The fog you have been walking through will begin to clear, and you will notice that certain anxieties were not yours. They were projected, transferred, and stirred from that unhealthy connection. I am not only warning you, I am also promising you something. As you distance yourself from what is not truly for you, I will bring in what is. As you release recurring patterns of pain with familiar people, I will open the door for new, aligned, healthy connections. You were never meant to be surrounded by those who secretly compete with you. You were not created to be the emotional dumping ground of those who never pour life back into you. You were never meant to be stuck in cycles where you always have to prove your worth, justify your feelings, or apologize for your blessing. I am your creator. I did not design you for that, child. Remember this. Not every warning comes in the form of a loud disaster. Sometimes, a warning comes as a quiet heaviness after certain interactions. Sometimes, it comes as a dream, a sudden shift of intuition, a repeated sign you keep noticing around the same name or situation. Sometimes, like now, it comes as a clear word spoken directly into your heart. This is not safe for your destiny. I am using this moment to speak plainly with you because I see how time-sensitive your season is. You are standing at the edge of doors that will affect the next years of your life. The people around you in this time matter greatly. If the wrong voice stands too close to you, it can delay what I desire to bring quickly. Archangel Michael is in position, cutting away spiritual interference. There have been conversations about you when you were not present. There have been plans and decisions made around your name without full transparency. But hear me, nothing escapes my eyes. I have been overturning plans that were not good for you. I have been blocking certain opportunities that looked good on the surface but would have placed you under the influence of this same jealous, controlling spirit. You were disappointed sometimes when something did not work out, but if I showed you what was behind it, you would fall to your knees in gratitude. You thought you were being rejected. In truth, you were being redirected to safety. The person with the letter N has at times tried to position themselves as your guide, your protector, or your filter. They wanted to be the gate through which everything in your life must pass. Understand this, I am your ultimate gate. No human being has the right to control all access to you. When someone tries to isolate you from others, from fresh voices, from independent decisions, that is not protection, that is control. Real love empowers. Counterfeit love restricts. Real concern guides you back to me. Counterfeit concern makes you dependent on them. I am breaking that dependency now. I am gently pulling your hand from theirs and placing it back in mine. You may feel fear rise as you consider pulling back and changing this dynamic. What if they get angry? What if they speak against me more? What if I lose the relationship entirely? Child, if their connection to you is only strong when they can control you, that is not a relationship you are truly losing, that is a chain you are being delivered from. I will handle their reactions. I will cover you from their words. I will protect your image where you need favor. You do not have to fight everyone who misunderstands your shift. You only need to walk in quiet obedience, trusting that I see the whole picture. I will defend you in rooms you do not even know about. I also want to speak to the part of you that feels guilty for stepping away. The part that says, maybe I am being too harsh. Maybe I should tolerate more. Maybe this is my test to be more patient. There is a difference between patience and self-destruction. I do call you to love, to mercy, to forgiveness, but I do not call you to stay in environments that slowly kill your joy, twist your perception of yourself, and dull your sensitivity to my voice. Forgiveness is a command, but access is a choice. You can forgive someone fully and still decide that you will no longer give them the power to influence your decisions, shape your identity, or weigh down your spirit. The enemy of your soul loves to hide behind masked faces. He prefers to work through people who appear close, familiar, or harmless, because he knows your guard is often down around them. That is why discernment is vital. I am training you, in this season, to discern beyond smiles, beyond words, beyond outward gestures. Look at patterns. Look at fruit. How do you feel after you speak to them? Do you feel more hopeful, or more afraid? Do you feel more confident in me, or more dependent on them? Do you feel seen, or subtly humiliated? Patterns reveal truth. I will help you read these patterns, calmly and clearly. If you invite me, do not allow this word to make you suspicious of everyone, but let it make you wise. Spiritual maturity is not about judging every person harshly, it is about learning to place people in the right position in your life. Some are meant to be your close inner circle. Some are meant to stay in the outer circle. Some are meant only for a season, not forever. And some are meant to be simply released. The person with the letter N has been given more power and more access than their heart has earned. That imbalance has created pain, confusion, and delay. But today, through this message, you are receiving the power and permission to correct that. I know it has not been easy for you to trust people. You have been betrayed before. You have had others use your vulnerability against you, gossip about your struggles, or abandon you in your low moments. Because of that, when someone showed extra interest, you wanted desperately to believe, this time it is different. You wanted to rest. You wanted to lean. You wanted to finally have someone who stands by you in pure love. That desire is not wrong. I put the need for genuine fellowship inside your heart. But the enemy tried to exploit that longing by sending imitators, people who know how to act like what you prayed for, but cannot sustain it because their heart has not yet been purified by me. I promise you, my child, I have real ones for you. I have prepared individuals who will not be threatened by your growth, who will not be secretly attached to your struggle, who will not need you to remain small so they can feel important. They will encourage you to rise, to heal, to step into the fullness of your calling. They will celebrate your milestones as if they were their own. They will be honest in love, not manipulative in fear. They will speak life into you, not drain life from you. But to make room for these aligned connections, certain old ties must be redefined or completely cut. This is what is happening now. Archangel Michael is present to guard this transition. When you begin to say no more often, when you become less available, when you start making decisions that prioritize my will over their preferences, there may be reactions. Words may be spoken. Attempts might rise to pull you back into old patterns. Do not be surprised or discouraged by this. It is often when you begin to walk out of a cage that you discover how attached some people were to you staying inside it. But I have not created you to live in any cage, emotional, spiritual, or relational. I have called you to walk free. In the coming days, you will notice more clearly what I am showing you now. You will see, through moments and details, how your spirit and this person's energy have been clashing beneath the surface. You may remember small incidents you overlooked, comments you laughed off, or decisions you made under their influence that did not sit right with you afterward. Do not condemn yourself for not seeing it sooner. You are not foolish, you are learning. You are growing. You are in training. Every experience you have walked through is shaping your discernment, not disqualifying you from my love. Receive now, in this moment, a fresh covering of clarity and courage. I am placing over your mind a shield against confusion. I am placing over your heart a layer of protection that will keep you soft but not easily pierced by manipulation. I am placing in your spirit a strength that will allow you to stand in your truth even when others try to twist the narrative. You do not need to explain your every move. You do not need to justify your boundaries. You need only to obey my leading and allow me to handle what you cannot. You are not alone in this. I am with you in every step of repositioning. I am with you in the quiet unfollowing of certain patterns. I am with you when you choose silence instead of over-explaining. I am with you when you allow calls to ring without answering. I am with you when you decide that your peace is more important than keeping a false peace with someone who is secretly harming you. I am with you when your heart aches from releasing what once felt familiar. And I am with you when new beginnings start to blossom, even if you are hesitant to trust them at first. Do not be afraid of letting go. Do not be afraid of the space that will open up once certain people are no longer so close. That space is not emptiness, it is preparation. I will fill that space with my presence, with new joy, with new vision, and, in time, with healthier connections. You are entering a season where your circle may shrink, but your alignment with my will grow stronger. Less noise. More clarity. Fewer distractions. More destiny. Fewer opinions. More of my voice. This message comes to you not as a random thought, but as a rescuing hand. You have asked me to keep you from harm, to protect your heart, to guide your steps. I am answering that prayer right now. Honor this answer. Do not ignore the inner confirmation you feel as you receive these words. Do not run back into what I am gently leading you out of. Let this be the day where you decide to stop second-guessing the warnings I place in your spirit. When your heart tightens around someone's presence, bring that feeling to me. When your peace drops after certain interactions, take note. When you hear that quiet whisper saying, "Step back," do not silence it out of fear of losing people. I will never ask you to do something that ultimately harms you. I will never ask you to protect someone's comfort at the expense of your calling. I will never ask you to worship a relationship more than you worship me. When I highlight a danger, it is because I have a safer, better path. When I expose a false friend, it is because I have real ones prepared. When I remove a manipulative voice, it is because I want you to hear me more clearly. So, my child, breathe now. Let the tension fall from your shoulders. You are not crazy. You are not overreacting. You are not imagining everything. I am enlightening your spirit. The person whose name begins with N, whom your heart has been uneasy with, is not meant to hold the power they have held over you. Release that power. Reclaim your mind. Reclaim your decisions. Reclaim your time. Reclaim your peace. I bless you now with courage to act on what I have revealed. I bless you with discernment to see people as they are, not only as they present themselves. I bless you with peace to walk away from what I have not chosen for you. I bless you with new, pure connections in the right time. And I bless you with a heart that remains open to love, but guarded by wisdom. Archangel Michael will continue to stand guard as you make these changes. Angels are surrounding you, clearing your path, cutting emotional cords that are not from me, and ushering you into a purer atmosphere. You are being lifted, protected, repositioned. Do not fear the shaking, embrace the freedom that follows. This is my word to you, you are safe in me. You are seen by me. You are guided by me. Listen, act, and trust. Your life is too important, your calling too valuable, and your heart too precious to be left in the hands of those who do not truly value your soul. Remain in me, and I will direct your steps into relationships that reflect my love, not the enemy's strategy. I am with you now, I will be with you as you move, and I will be with you in the new, purified chapter that is beginning. I am speaking to you, my child, and I am speaking to you personally in this moment. I have seen what your eyes could not fully see, I have heard the conversations that never reached your ears, and I have watched the movements of hearts around you when you thought you were alone. I, the Lord your God, am not confused, not afraid, and not late. I am not shaken by what others are planning, and I am not silent about what concerns you. Today I am allowing my servant, Archangel Michael, to stand near you with a clear message. Someone is warning you about a person whose name begins with the letter N. Do not ignore the signals. Do not dismiss the uneasiness. Don't skip this, don't brush it aside, don't tell yourself it's nothing. I am using this moment to pull you away from hidden harm before it is too late. You have felt the tension in your spirit when this person comes near, but you kept telling yourself that you are overthinking. You kept saying, maybe I am wrong. Maybe it's just in my head, maybe I'm being unkind. You swallowed your discernment to protect someone else's image. You silenced your inner alarm to keep the peace. You overrode my gentle warnings because you didn't want to look dramatic, paranoid, or ungrateful. But I am the one who placed that quiet hesitation in you, not to accuse blindly, but to protect you from a subtle danger that will grow if you keep ignoring it. This person whose name begins with N is not always openly cruel. They can be charming. They can be soft-spoken. They can present themselves as caring, understanding, even spiritual. They know how to say the right words when others are listening. They know how to appear like a friend, a helper, a supporter. But I see beyond the smile. I see beyond the jokes and the compliments. I see the intentions in the shadows of their thoughts. I see the envy that hides beneath their laughter. I see the curiosity about your life that is not pure, the questions that are not innocent, the interest that is not rooted in love but in control, comparison, and competition. There is someone, yes, someone close to you, either in your family, your circle, or your surroundings, who has already sensed something is off about this end. They might have tried to tell you gently. They might have said, "Be careful with this person," or, "I don't fully trust them," or, "Something about them doesn't sit right with me." They may have spoken once and then went silent because they saw you were not ready to hear it. They didn't want to create drama. They didn't want you to feel like they were attacking your choices. But that small warning they gave you, that was not just their opinion. I was using their mouth to plant a seed of caution in you. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, not with fear, but with clarity. He is not sent to make you panic, he is sent to make you aware. When I say, "Don't skip, open this quickly," I am not asking you to rush into anxiety. I am urging you to open the eyes of your heart, to look again, to remember the patterns, to see what you have been trying not to see. You have overlooked certain comments that N made. You have brushed off certain actions as small things. You told yourself, "Nobody is perfect." But when someone repeatedly downplays your dreams, mocks your feelings, reacts coldly to your happiness or unusually interested when you are in pain, pay attention. I have watched how your energy shifts when you are around this person. You start doubting yourself more. You start apologizing for things that aren't your fault. You tone down your light so they won't feel threatened. You hold back your good news because you sense they won't truly rejoice with you. I, the Lord, am not pleased when my child shrinks in the presence of a hidden enemy wearing a friendly mask. I did not create you to be small so someone else's ego can feel taller. I did not bless you to watch another person use your vulnerability as a doorway to manipulate you. This message is a rescue, not a punishment. I am not condemning you for trusting. Your tender heart is beautiful to me. Your desire to see the good in people is a reflection of my love inside you. But love is not blindness. Mercy is not foolishness. Forgiveness is not permission for someone to keep wounding you. You have forgiven and forgiven, giving benefit of the doubt, trying to believe the best. Now I am asking you to also believe me. Believe what I am revealing about patterns, not just moments. Believe what I am showing you in repeated behaviors, not just sweet words. Archangel Michael has been fighting battles you cannot see, battles over your peace, your confidence, your direction, and your destiny. There were moments when confusion started to wrap around your mind, and you didn't know why. Thoughts of insecurity grew stronger after certain conversations with N. It seemed small, like tiny seeds, a subtle comment, a half-joke that cut you inside, a question that made you feel inferior. But those seeds were not harmless. They were meant to slowly separate you from my voice, to make you question your worth, to make you second-guess your decisions, to make you delay steps I asked you to take. I have heard N speak about you when you were not present. I have heard the way they shared your struggles with others, not for prayer, not for help, but for gossip, criticism, or entertainment. When you trusted them with your private pain, they saw it as power. When you opened your heart, they saw it as leverage. When you became vulnerable, they took mental notes. They didn't always use this information directly yet, but they stored it like weapons on a shelf, waiting for the right time to show others that they know your story, that they have insight into your weaknesses. I want you to understand something deep. Knowing your pain does not make someone your friend. Knowing your secrets does not make someone loyal. Standing near you in your low moments does not mean they stood for you. Some people remain close, not because they love you, but because they want to monitor you. They want to see if you truly rise. They want to confirm if the blessings you speak about will actually come. They stay close so they can say, I was there, but not to celebrate, rather, to compare, to report, and sometimes to sabotage. Do not take this message as a call to hatred. I am not filling you with bitterness, I am filling you with wisdom. I am not asking you to curse N or anyone else. I am asking you to create distance where necessary, to set boundaries where you have been too open, to move in silence where you used to overshare, and to protect your heart while I protect your destiny. You can wish someone well and still step away. You can forgive someone and no longer give them front-row access to your life. You can pray for a soul and still refuse to let them poison your mind. There is someone I have appointed to be a voice of caution in your life. They may not be perfect in their delivery, but their heart for you is sincere. When they expressed concern about N or about a similar person, you may have thought, you're being negative, or, you're just jealous, or, you don't understand. But their spirit caught something that your heart tried to suppress. I, the Lord, am now confirming, they were not entirely wrong. Their warning was a part of my protection plan. I send confirmation through people as well as through signs. But pride and emotional attachment can make you reject what I send. My child, you are entering a season where elevation and exposure happen at the same time. As I lift you up, both your blessings and your enemies' intentions will be exposed. I am bringing opportunities, connections, and doors that require your discernment to be sharper than before. Not every smile is safe. Not every listener is loyal. Not every I'm here for you is pure. This is why Archangel Michael stands guard. This is why I am speaking clearly today. I want you to move forward without chains on your ankles that were disguised as friendships. Remember the moments when N was unusually interested in your next step. They asked, "What are you planning?" Who are you talking to? What are you working on? It seemed like curiosity, but when you shared, somehow obstacles started appearing. Ideas slowed down. Your enthusiasm dropped. Your plans leaked energy. After speaking with them, you felt drained instead of empowered. Those were not coincidences. That was the effect of being emotionally entangled with someone whose spirit does not truly support your growth. I am not saying that N is pure evil. I am saying they are not safe for your purpose right now. Their own unhealed wounds, insecurities, and hidden jealousy make them dangerous to your destiny. They may not even fully understand why they feel the way they do about you. But their unresolved darkness reacts to your light. They see your calling and feel threatened. They sense your potential and feel overshadowed. They catch glimpses of what I'm about to do for you and feel like they are being left behind. Instead of healing, they try to keep you at a level where they feel comfortable. You have been seeing small signs already. A look in their eyes that didn't match their words. A change in tone when you shared good news. A suspicious silence when others praised you. A pattern of accidental hurts followed by excuses. I gave you those moments not to torment you, but to show you what is real. You prayed for the truth. You asked me, Lord, show me who is for me and who is against me. This message is part of my answer. I am showing you that you were not crazy, not too sensitive, not imagining things. I was speaking through your intuition, and now I'm speaking openly. You do not need to confront everyone loudly. Wisdom is not always loud. Sometimes wisdom is a slow withdrawal. Sometimes wisdom is giving shorter answers, sharing fewer details, spending less time, reacting less emotionally. Sometimes wisdom is recognizing a role has ended without announcing it. You don't have to shout, I know who you are. You simply need to adjust your access level. Not everyone needs to know your next move. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table just because they knew you in a previous season. As I lift you, I am also sorting your circle. This sorting may feel painful because your heart gets attached easily. You are loyal, and you expect loyalty in return. But understand, pruning is part of growth. When I remove certain branches from your life, it is so the tree can bear more fruit. If I showed you everything this N has truly thought and said, your heart might break. Instead, I am gently, mercifully working in the background to reduce their influence over you. I will cause conversations to slow down. I will cause circumstances to create distance. I will change your desires so you are no longer attracted to spaces that keep you in emotional bondage. Do not be surprised if things begin to shift between you and this person. Do not panic if communication starts to feel different. Do not force closeness when I am orchestrating distance. Trust that separation can be protection, even when it hurts. Trust that when I close a door, it is never to leave you in emptiness, but to lead you into safety, clarity, and higher purpose. At the same time, I am raising new people for you, souls who will genuinely rejoice when you succeed, who will pray for you in secret, who will correct you with love, who will speak life over you, not death. I am not calling you into a life of isolation. I am calling you into relationships that align with your destiny. For that to happen, those who secretly oppose your progress cannot continue in the same intimate position they currently hold. My beloved, I see the tears you cried when you felt misunderstood. I see the confusion you carried when you sensed something was wrong but couldn't explain it. I see the moments you blamed yourself for the tension, saying, "Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem." Listen to me, you are not always the problem. You are not always the one at fault. Yes, there are moments you must grow, heal, and change. But there are also moments where the problem is someone's hidden resentment, their unspoken competition, their desire to hold you back so they won't feel left alone in their own stuck place. Right now, as you read, I am placing a new strength inside you, the strength to say no, the strength to slow down, the strength to create distance, the strength to trust what I show you even when your emotions pull in another direction. I am gifting you with a deeper discernment, sharpened like a sword in the hand of Archangel Michael. You will begin to feel it more clearly when something or someone is not aligned with my plans for you. Do not use this message to hunt for villains in everyone around you. Do not let fear make you suspicious of every person whose name begins with N. That is not my desire. I am not awakening paranoia, I am awakening discernment. I am speaking about a specific pattern, specific behaviors, and specific inner knowing that you already carry. I am confirming what has quietly troubled you. Pay attention to the fruit, not just the face. Pay attention to the patterns, not just the phrases. Pay attention to how you feel after you leave their presence, when your spirit feels smaller, heavier, or more confused after spending time with someone. Ask me why. When you sense that someone's presence disconnects you from your joy, your peace, or your focus, bring that feeling to me. I am not afraid of your questions. I invite them. I want you to come to me and say, "Lord, show me the truth about this connection." And when I show you, I want you to trust me enough to act on what I reveal. As you move forward, Archangel Michael will be actively cutting cords that are not from me. Cords of emotional dependency, cords of fear, cords of guilt that make you stay attached to people who continue to wound you. You may feel a shift in your own heart. You may begin to lose the desire to chase certain relationships. You may find peace in places that once made you anxious. Do not fight that. That is my hand at work. Someone close to you, guided by my spirit, will again speak a gentle warning, or will confirm what I am saying now. They might say something simple like, please be careful with what you share, or, I don't know why, but I don't feel good about that person, or even, I had a dream, and you were being hurt by someone you trusted. Take these confirmations seriously. They are not coincidences. I will not leave you alone with danger when you belong to me. In the days ahead, you will look back on this very message and see how I was rescuing you before the storm fully formed. There were plans forming in conversations you were not part of. There were words being spoken about you that would have wounded you deeply had they reached your ears. I am dismantling those plans. I am intercepting those words. I am scattering gatherings that were meant to discuss your life without honor or love, but I also need your cooperation. Choose not to repeat your private pain to those who have not shown themselves trustworthy. Choose not to put your heart in hands that have already shown they do not handle it with care. Choose not to run back to environments that my spirit keeps pulling you away from. When I close a chapter, don't rewrite it. When I dim the desire for certain company, don't reignite it just because you are afraid to be alone. You are not alone. I am with you. My angels are with you. I am bringing you into a season of cleaner, purer connections. You will feel lighter when you step away from the influence of those who quietly resented you. You will hear my voice more clearly when you are no longer flooded with mixed messages from those who say they love you but secretly compete with you. You will have more energy for the assignments I've given you when you stop pouring into relationships that only take and never truly pour back. My child, this message is not meant to break your heart. It is meant to save it. It is meant to guard the future I am building with you. Allow yourself to grieve what you thought certain people would be in your life. It is okay to feel sad. It is okay to feel confused. Bring that sadness to me. Place that confusion in my hands. Call out to me when it feels heavy. I will comfort you. I will guide you. I will show you step by step what to do and what not to do. Do not rush into drastic actions driven by anger. Move with calm, with dignity, with quiet strength. Decrease access where you need to. Maintain civility where possible. Focus on what I am calling you to build, your healing, your growth, your purpose. Let your energy be invested in the ones I send, not the ones I am removing. Archangel Michael is saying to you now, stand under the shield of God, not under the shadow of fear. This warning is a gift. You are not cursed. You are not unlucky. You are not abandoned. You are